Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel, Dream of Crafts. My name is Deanna. Today we'll be working on week number 30 of my 52 weeks of Christmas. For those of you who are not familiar, it's a challenge I've set for myself because it always seems like Christmas comes and goes so fast that I never get a chance to do all the fun things that I want to do before the season is over. So I am doing the 52 weeks as a challenge for me, and I hope you join in and follow along and try some, if not all, of the projects that I'm doing. Today, we're going to be doing, it's called a bauble garland, and it's from Kaiser Craft, and it's these little ornament shapes that are cut out, and they come just plain like that. Let's see, this one runs about 6.5 inches high, and then there are some longer ones that are about 7.5 inches high. So, and I know not everybody has access to these. The number, I don't know if it has a number on it. Yeah, there is a, it's 582465. And again, it's the bauble garland like that. And then this is all that came with it, was just these. I have pre-painted the edges white with my painter's pen, like a big marker. And I also painted the back with my Red Spice 20540 apple barrel paint. I did that ahead so we can just get started. I have pre-glued all my other ones prior to this, just to get this moving along quickly. If you do not have access to this, you can go on to your Cricut or other cutting machines. And I know for sure Cricut has different ornament shape. That's all it is just an ornament shape. So you can make them the size you want. And I have a bowl here. I'm going to show you how to make one yourself. If you do not have either one of these options, this is an easy way to do it. Now, for your circle one, you can just go, and then this bowl is bigger, but not much bigger than that. But it's just an example to show you how to create this. So I'm going to grab myself a pencil here. There we go. So, and these would just be patterns for you to use. What I would do is make my pattern and then use cereal boxes to glue together, cut several, probably maybe four or five cut out, and then glue them together, and then that'll create a nice thickness. These are probably about 1/16 of an inch thick. So now for the top here, you can just, let me show you how to do it. All right, I'm going to fold, where's my scissors? Let me grab my paper scissors here. I'm going to cut part of this out just to show you. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to fold this in half so that when I cut the rest out, oops, way off. When I cut the rest out, that it is equal on both sides. So let me do that. So I'm going to fold this in half. All right. So it should be perfectly in half. And then I'm going to continue to come up here. And I'm going to get to about, probably about, let's see where I'm at. About an inch and a quarter from the top. And I'm going to go up and make it a curve. Go up, come back in, and then go up again and around. Okay? It kind of looks like that. So when I open it, this is what I have. Okay? So I folded it in half. I'm going to do that. Okay, for the second one, it has the same top. So we'll keep that. So let's use this pattern that we just created, and we'll create another pattern. I'm just going to put it on my paper here. And I'm going to draw it out just like this. I'm going to come down and I'm going to stop. And I'm going to come down and I'm going to stop. And I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to come up on the bottom though. I do not want to cut around on my bottom. So I'm going to cut this out. And you will be much more careful than I'm being right now. Because this is your pattern. So you want this nice. Now your patterns, I also like to make my patterns on stiffer paper usually. So if you want to cut out an extra one, or you could seal it in like plastic coating and then cut it out of that so that you have. All right, so now I'm going to come down. So I'm going to fold this in half again. I want this exactly in half here, so I'm going to march this part up here, hold my edges. Okay, so now for this one, I'm going to come in and I'm going to go like this. I'm going to come right down here, and I want a nice point on there, just like that. Just like you're cutting a heart shape out. And then that gives us this shape. I got to zoom here a second so that, or zoom back out, I mean, here so you can see better. There we go. So then I end up with that shape. So this kit came with 3 circles. And you can make as many as you want. That is just what the kit came with. So I wanted to show you how you could create your own baubles or ornaments, as I call them, and not have the extra expense. But like I said, I would cut 4 to 6 each out of cereal boxes or whatever kind of little boxes you have. Chipboard will work, but chipboard is awful hard to cut by hand, so it depends on how tough you are, I guess. So all right, so those are your options. You can purchase it. You can go on your Cricut or other die cutting device and use that. Find some ornaments and make them the size you want. Or you can just create your own stencils and make them that way. All right. So like I said, I have pre-painted the backs red. All of them are red with a white edge with my paint pen. And I have gone ahead and pre-cut all my pieces. Now I use Graphic 45. Let me bring it over here and I'll show you exactly what I used. Okay. So I used this one of Graphic 45. It's a Christmas Carol collection, and that was the Good Cheer 4501191. So I used one of these to create 2 sides like this on my circles. I then used the back side of Good Cheer to create my 3rd round one. So you should be able to get, well, if you stick to the 6.5 inch size, you should be able to get all 3 out of one sheet of paper. Okay. My other one I used was also Christmas Carol collection, Bah Humbug, number 4501189, and it's this side or this side. I used both of my pointed ones that I did, my longer ornaments, out of this. So it took me one sheet of this and one sheet of the other to do my things, and with leftovers. Now with my leftover scraps, I cut out some poinsettia of flowers. I cut out these ones here. These are all put together already. Let me bring it up there, give you a good look at that. And that was cut out of like this leftover. And then I also cut out these ones. These are all put together also. And that was the red one with the white back. So that's all of them. So I created some of those. I also created some cream colored ones. It's just my cream colored cardstock. And then I took glue, painted it on, and added some gold glitter. I used my stamens from AliExpress to create my centers. I also used the outside of the package because I also have this pack, and I used the outside of this for some of my cutouts, and I will tell you which ones of those are because I don't want to waste any of my paper, so I did use that for that. I also have the sticker sheets, and I used, this one was partially used already from another project, so I used some more from this to try to finish that up, and then a couple from this. I also used my dark green scrap pieces cardstock to remount everything. So if you can see this, I just put the stickers on there and cut around it, fussy cut it. All right, I think that is it. I think we can get started. Now I did prep quite a few things, so this will move right along. I have my heat gun started up. I've got some little pieces of these from different picks and stuff that I have in my storage that I already got set up to go. I've got some small pine cones. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Now this one is the only one that's not glued on, so I've kind of got these laid out a little bit, kind of how I want them, because I didn't want to waste a lot of time laying out what I do. So I took my thing, put it on the paper, and on the reverse side of it, whatever side I was going to use, I'm going to use this side, so I had it flipped like this, and then I put my ornament on there and drew around it, and then cut out just outside of the pencil line, so I knew exactly where to go. Now I'm going to save my red side for the back, and I'm going to glue this on. Like I said, the rest are already on and trimmed down, so we can make this kind of a quick one. And if you ever have any questions, please leave me a note or send me an email, shoot me an email, and I will try to answer your questions and help you out the best I can. So I understand everybody does not have the same tools I have and the same papers and stuff, so you can use any papers you want. I just have such a fondness for graphic 45 papers. They're like one of my favorites. I like several others too, but graphic 45 for the most part has some of the most beautiful papers. All right, so as you can see, we've got just a little bit hanging over. I'm gonna let that dry a second, and then we'll trim that off. I got stuff stuck there from my table. We'll bust it off when we're done. All right, so I'm going to grab my little, this is just a scrap Cricut mat. I use it as a trim mat for trimming off things. It works pretty good. Oh, I gotta grab another. There we go. So I've got an X-Acto blade here. I'm going to come in and trim off this right up against there, so you don't have any hanging over. Now, if you're good with scissors, you can do that. But I found with the scissors, I could do quite a bit of it. But when I got to that top, that angled part at the top, I couldn't get in there well enough to get it. So it worked just as easy for me to just do this all at kind of once then. But I did use my scissors for a little bit of it. Like I said, it makes it a little hard because once you get in right in here, your scissors don't want to follow the curves very well. So, all right, let's see if we got that now. And I think that's good. There we go. Put that away. Get this out of our way. Okay, I'm just going to go along, kind of press that back down a little bit. All right. Now these come pre-drilled with a hole, so if you don't have a hole, if you don't have these, make sure you put a hole in, because this is going to be a garland. It's going to hang up on string. If you want to keep them separate, you can make separate ornaments out of them, but this is going to be a garland for me. Now I've taken, this is just a part of a pine pick, and I've cut the back off. As you can see, it's flat. I cut all those off because I didn't want that leaning up. I wanted it to lay flat, so I did cut some of that off. I have one of my stickers that says Merry Christmas, and as I told you in the beginning, I did put that on the green cardstock. I've also bumped it up with some of my little things. I've got 2 of these pre-made poinsettias that I want to use, and I've got one of my glitter ones. I've got a couple pine cones here and a couple other stickers. This one here is a silhouette of Scrooge, and it says Bah Humbug, and then this one says Tiny Tim. So let's go ahead and get the glue gun, and we'll get going on some of this here. All right. So I'm going to stick this down first. I know I want it about right in there. I'm going to try not to cover up too many of their little faces. That's part of the decoration. So let me get these off here. I'm going to put a dot of glue on each one just to help hold them into place. There we go. And I want this kind of up in here. And I don't care if it hangs off the edge a little bit. To me, that just sometimes adds character. I'm going to put this one down. I'm going to glue that down there. And I do have some other videos that show how I make my little flowers, and I will show you which dies I used here too. Boy, I used this die here, and I don't know the name of it. I think I got it off of AliExpress, but there's 3 of them like that, and that was for these red and white ones here that I used. So I used one of each size of that. And my other one, I'm not sure where I set it. It can't be too far. But I know it's my, oh, here it is. I used the 3, there we go. I cut out my cream ones last night. It is my Spellbinders. And I use these 3, so the 3 smallest ones. And this is number S4960. And this comes with the hole already in it. The other ones I had to use my punch to punch a hole in. All right, I'm going to kind of slide this down in there, and I'm going to glue that down in, because this is one of the bigger items. So we're just going to get that out of the way. Slide it right under there. I just tried to come up with some different elements to add some character to this. This one I'm going to, oops, just slide up in there. Okay. There we go. I'll kind of slide up in between those things if I can there a little bit. Here we go. There we go. And then these little pine cones, I'm going to try to get right down in there. I don't need a lot of glue. Let me pull this down just a tiny bit. So I'd like to get 3 of these in here, if I can. That goes with the pine. Nice. That drip down in there, and all the glue strings will pull off and clean it up a little bit. All right. So far. Now I'm going to take this gold one, and I'm going to attach that one right down in there like that. just like so. So that is this one so far, and I will zoom in so you can see it better in a minute. I'm going to take this little sticker here, and I want to kind of put that, yeah, maybe like that, maybe right up in there. So I'm just going to put a little glue down in here and then slide that between the petals. I thought I had another little sticker there, but maybe not. I'm going to pull my little petals up here, give that some more dimension. All right, there we go. So let me zoom in a second so you can get a better view of that, and then we'll move on to the next one. What we got? Oops, a little blurry. Okay. Let me see if I can bring it up to you and see. Yeah, there we go. So that is one. Okay. And move on to our second one like that. Oh, before I do that, I've got to put some Snow Tex. Now, all these other ones, I took my Snow Tex, which is this product here by Deco Art, and I put it in, put it on the edge there so it looks like snow has fallen. So we're going to do that real quick here. And this is just my Cricut spatula. And I'm going to go in here, and I want this to be able to have time to dry, so we'll do this one together here. And I just brought it down a little bit and then tried to make it look like fallen snow. And just like real snow, there's no rhyme or reason. It just does what it wants, right? Falls on your roof and hangs down. And so it'll get this time to dry a little bit. I'll sit it in the nice warm windowsill there. And it doesn't usually take too long to dry, but if it's not dry by the time we're done with the others and I have to put the string through, then I'll use a heat gun or something. But typically it dries pretty fast. And I wanted to do this one together with you so you could see what I was doing. And just kind of break it up and poke it a little bit there. There we go. All right. All right. There we go. I'm just going to sit that in the window a second. Let me get a little this extra I have here. Okay. Put that in a little bit of water I have sitting there for my paintbrushes. All right. Sit it in the window. It dry in a few minutes here. There we go. All right. Let's move on to the next one. This one, I cut this Phrase of Christmas. I fussy cut it out of that cover. So, and I popped that up on single pop dots here. Little single ones. Some of them I have that I'm going to do, there's double stacked. But this one I thought single was fine. Single was fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and put a dot of glue on each one of these. And I do this just because I know sometimes glues dry up. And I'm going to slide this out of the way a second here. And then they don't work very well when they're dried out. Okay. Let's go ahead and hot glue this one down here. Just like so. I don't want to block my word. Okay. These are just, like I said, pieces cut out of different picks that I had in my stash. I'm just going to slide that under there. Here's another little piece. Okay. There we go. I like bringing in different elements and trying to use up some of my stash. I have so much stuff. It's just, and I'm very blessed to have so much stuff, but you also got to start using it up because it doesn't do any good to have it if you don't start using it up. So, all right, that there. Then I think I'm going to put this right in here. There we go. Put you right down there. I don't want to block her pretty face. There we go. Let that dry. So there's that one. Let me see if I can, there we go. Nice and pretty. And then I do have another gold one. And maybe I'll put that, no, I don't want it to block my word. Put that there like that. Or maybe right here. Just take a look at here. Or here. I think over here. So let's go ahead and just use that up. Otherwise, I'm just going to put it away in my stash. Again, I don't want to cover up any of my words there. There we go. So that is the second one. All right. So for our third one, all right, I have these pieces. These are sticker sheet, and these here were cut out from the front. I fussy cut them out. They are on single layer pop dots, and this is also from the front, and I took my stickles, this is icicle stickles, and I just put it on there where the dots were, let that dry. And this is where that flower was cut out, so it doesn't matter, it's going to get covered. And then, like I said, these are stickers mounted on that green cardstock. I'm going to bring this in, and I want it to come right to that edge, and I'm going to trim off the excess. So I'm going to put some, let me cover this up for my, it wasn't dry. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to lay some glue down. There we go. If it hangs over, we know it's going to. I'm not too worried about it. I just want a good amount of glue. And I'm just eyeballing it. I want that hanging off the edge there, and I'm going to trim it off. Looks pretty good. All right. So that's setting up. I'm going to put the other pieces on. Well, maybe I can trim them now. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So let me try my scissors here. Since it's in that open area, I'm just going to come along here and trim that off. And I'm going to do the same on this edge. There we go. Perfect. That's garbage. All right, perfect. Now I'm going to bring these in. And like I said, I fussy cut these. They were just on that cover sheet. And I fussy cut them out. This one is actually going to be down here like this. So I'm going to pull these past the things off these here. I like the little ones, but sometimes they make it a little hard to get a hold of, but that's all right. We'll work on it. And a little dot of glue. As you can see, this one here I cut in half to use because that upper part was very tiny. So let's kind of eyeball that in there. There we go. Perfect. All right. This one's the same. Little ones. Oops. And I'm running low on pop dots. I have to, one of the things I do have to purchase. All right, I want this one kind of going down. Kind of like that. All right, perfect. This one is a single layer of pop dots, so he's going to go right here. It's a big square. Let me see. Let's do this one first. This one is my double layer. I wanted it higher. And I want this on an angle, and this says Christmas joy is in my heart. And I want this on an angle here. There we go. And then this one, blue on there. All right. There we go. Since simple, and I might add something more down here in a little bit. We'll have to see. Maybe I should put some of these pine cones here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just glue a couple of these. Oh, it's falling apart. Let's just put some of these pine cones down here just to create a little decorative spot here. Plenty of glue dripping all over the place. There we go. Gives it texture, dimension. And what else do I got here? Yeah, how about that? Maybe do a couple of these. And I just used my wire cutters and snip on that. There we go. Let me put this here like that. Oh, that's not enough glue on there. Let's try again. There we go. There we go. There, that adds a nice decoration. And you can see the dimension there. Okay. All right, so that is the 3 round ones. So let's go ahead and do these angled ones. This one, I have taken another sticker off the sticker sheet, put it on the green cardstock, and fussy cut it out. So we're going to put that up there. All right. And I want to kind of center that like that. There we go. That'll work. Now there is a silhouette of Scrooge here. I want to keep my flowers out of that. So I'm going to glue this one off to that side there. Like so. This one's going to go right there. Like so. Here we go. And I want this propped up right inside of there. That says, "Here we come a caroling." Okay. So I'm going to put a bead of glue down in here. And then we're going to prop that up like that so it can be seen. There we go. The small one, I'm just going to put him right over here. I'm going to bend that up a little bit, give it some more dimension here. There we go. And we're going to put that one right here. Just like so. Okay. So that is that one. Get this up here. There we go. Just like that. All right. And these are the ones that are 7.5 inches long. All right. So the last one is the main characters cut out of the cover sheet. This is Tiny Tim and his father. All right. Now I am going to trim part of this off that hangs over this edge here. I cut it just for that reason. I don't need to. Maybe I'll be good. There we go. Yeah, I think I'll be good. All right. Okay. This flower is going to go here. Right up here. And then this one says, God bless us, everyone. And I'm going to glue that on here, like so. Okay. So it's going to get some hot glue right down in here. And it's going to lean right up against there like that. Okay. And that is all of them together. So, I think that's good. So I'm going to try to start. Now I was messing with it, trying to figure out how to string it. And I only came up with one way. So let me get this stuff out of my way here. And we'll try to start stringing it together. So I'm going to do this striped one is going to be in the center. So that's going to be my center. Then there's going to be one of these long ones here. And then the other long one on this side. So it's going to be hard. Let me see if I can come back here a little bit and see what happens. Not too far back. All right. You're seeing. Okay, let's see here. Move all this stuff back. I have my camera way forward. All right. So let me move all that stuff. So it's going to be these two, like so. It's crooked. Everything's crooked. My camera is usually way back here. There we go. All right. And then, sorry, you get to see everything just about on my desk. Then there's going to be a circle one. And there's another circle one. How can you lose it? Oh my goodness sakes, how did I lose that? That is crazy. I just did one. Oh, heavens to Betsy. That is just so odd. All right, this is my ribbon. Oh. Well, people, I don't know what I did with it. There's my glue gun. There's those. That is just crazy. Oh, I know it's in the window. I'm like, how do you lose it? It's big. It's in the window drying. There we go. Yep, and it's pretty dry. I mean, it's a little damp yet. We'll just be extra careful with it. It was this one. So one of those is going to go over here. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to leave a little extra string on the end. I'm going to burn this, seal it with my lighter here so it doesn't fray. And we're going to come in with this one. And I think I'm going to go in from the front. All right, like so. Leave it a little extra string. And then I'm going to tie it in a knot, like so. Okay, and then this will be my string part I can hang it with. All right, so I got to move these other ones out of the way and figure out my distance. Okay, so let me set these aside. This is my second one. So I want them, I don't want them touching. So let me get my string going through here. Got a little glue or something on it. There we go. And this is just like 1/8 inch ribbon from like Michael's Cheap Ribbon or whatever. It's not expensive. It's just like a satin ribbon. So that's all it is. Just like a thin satin ribbon. I need something to poke that through there. Here we go. We'll use a pencil. Get that poked in there. There we go. All right. So we pull this in without getting point it towards there so it doesn't get pulled down. Okay. Now, how can I make sure these are the same distance apart each time? How about this? All right, so I'm going to put this in between them. So then I know that that's how far apart they have to be. All right. So now let's go ahead and get this tied in a knot. No, I'm not sure how else to do it. I tried a couple different ways and I just wasn't happy with it. So this is what I ended up with. And let's hopefully that will work. Okay. Get to this end. It doesn't have to be exact either. All right, so let's get our second one going here. Put this here like that. Bring that under. And I left it plenty long because I'd rather cut off a piece on the end than to run short. Okay, so we are a little bit further apart. So probably, no, not that far apart. I'm going to mark it. This sounds funny, but I'm going to mark it on my table. Isn't that funny? You can always erase it. I think I can see it there and there. All right. So now this one's going to slide down. I'm going to bring this one in. And now we've got this one. Let's do this one. Want that one in the center? Oh, I got a knot in there. Okay. Yep, this is my stripe one, so this is my center. This is the one that's still kind of damp, so I'm going to be a little more careful with this one. I'm going to tip it upside down so that it's easier to pull through. All right, here we go. There we go. We're about that distance apart. Let's go ahead and tie a knot. Okay. Make sure it's not wrapped around everything here. Oh. Why does it look wrong to me? Okay. It does look backwards to me for some reason. Okay. Let's put this in here. Alrighty. Okay. Slide this down. Find my mark. There we go. I gotta move them all. Now we're back to another one of our longer ones. And did I do that? Did I have that on the top? Okay, just like that. Just wondering. Okay. Okay. Seems to me the other one I brought in from the back. Let's see what happens with this one too, if it looks like it's supposed to be coming from the back. No, it doesn't really. Okay, so you're there. Bring you up here. Here and here. Okay. Let's bring this up like that. Come through here. Grab my string. There we go. Separate them again. Okay. There we go. Here. And this is number 4 already. Whoops. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. Slide them along. Now, I do not know how I'm going to get a picture of these for the thing. I'll have to maybe hang it on the wall and get a picture of it that way. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work, because it is pretty big. All right. Okay. Match you up, match you up. Okay. Bring you up through here. Yep. Perfect. There we go. Tie my last knot. Okay. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. Like I said, if you cannot find this item or you want to just make your own, I'm going to cut this off here. There we go. I'm going to get my lighter and burn that so it does not fray. There we go. All right, so let me see here. Get all this stuff pushed out of my way and see if I can bring this in to show you. It is like pretty big. Let's bring it back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And I hope you can see it all. Like I said, this will be hanging on the string. It's a little garland. I think it'll look nice in my room for a while. All these items that I'm making are going to be sold, so in fact, I'll probably be having a big sale here pretty soon, locally. I don't think I have enough followers yet to try to sell things online. So, all right. So those are my Graphic 45 Christmas Carol ornaments. And let me pick them up to give you another look at them. Let me zoom in here a little bit. Let's see what we can get. A little bit further. There we go. So I'm going to pick them up one at a time, give you another look. Here's this one here. That's the longer one. This is a little hard to pick them up. And then this one here. This is the center one. That is done a little different. And we have another one of the longer ones there. Caroler, and then the last one. There we go. All right. So thank you for joining me. And again, this is week number 30 of 52 weeks. I appreciate you stopping by. Thumbs up is always appreciated. And I hope you consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you do, hit the bell so you can be notified each time I put up a new video. And I cannot believe we are already on 30 weeks down. That means there's only 22 weeks till Christmas. It just kills me. But it's been a real pleasure to come in and share these things with you. Until the next time, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.